affected by the fact that you are having human moments. You can be down and discouraged, but still proud of who you are. And I think being proud of yourself is something you have to work on every single day. Okay, do you have any favorite Pride Month traditions, activities you like to do? Unfortunately, in the past few years, like Pride has become like a big working time for me. Hi, Zach, how are you? Hello. Oh my gosh, Loverboy sent a lot of emojis. Okay. Oh wow. Hey, I love when the fan club thing comes up. Um, so during Pride, I basically just work like a lot. So I do Pride events every single weekend, and when I'm not there, I'm always doing some type of like online virtual thing or like meeting up with kids, which is my favorite thing to do. I love meeting kids who are a part of the LGBTQ plus community, especially like when I get to talk to people who are in like groups where there's homeless youth. I love it, not to sound like RuPaul, but I love the fact that we as a part of the gay community get to choose our families, as they say. So it's really cool to me that when I go meet those kids who you would think would have every reason to be down and to feel like the world is against them, and they have formed their own little community and camaraderie with each other, that just makes me feel awesome. And I love getting to see that for them. Also, by the way, you all are all, if you have not used this app before, you are able to send gifts, and I would encourage everybody who is able to do so to send a gift, because all of the proceeds go to LA Pride Pantry. We're raising a lot of money for a great cause this month during Pride Month, and Pride Month is almost over. So I would love for you, if there is anything that you had left in your Pride piggy bank that you were planning on giving to LGBTQ queens at a club, at a drag show that you're not going to be able to go to because it's quarantine in the streets, you can donate that money right now, like Ryan M is doing. Yes, God. Ryan, you got money. Oh my gosh. And Zach Zing. Yes, yes. Be like them. Be the change, literally, that you want to see in the world. Now, why am I a clown now? What's going on?
Someone donated big.
Oh, they donated big. Oh, so I turn into a clown when they donate big?
All sorts of things.
Oh, this is so cool. I'm not sure I know what's happening always, but I love it. Haha, OMG magic gift. Okay, so how do I see the questions is what I want to know.
You can scroll up and down.
Oh, but they'll just be asking them here?
Unless one flies in.
And how will I know if it's flying in?
That's what's happening there.
These?
Yeah, the banner ones.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, like this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they're not, it's just saying they joined. It's not
Okay.
asking a question.
There.
Oh, I see one flying in. Oh my God. Who's your biggest influence? I love it. Thank you, Ryan. My biggest influence, I think this is a no-brainer. Anybody who knows me, do y'all want to say who it is in the room?
Beyonce.
Oh, stop. You guys read my mind. How did you know that?
You make it obvious.
Wow. Yeah, Beyonce's my biggest influence. I love Beyonce so much. She's so sweet. I don't know how they Ryan, wherever you are, how you asked that question and made it fly across the screen. But if we can get more of those, I'll answer all the questions as much as I can that fly across the screen. How do we do that, Ryan? If you're here, leave a comment and let us know how you get it to fly across the screen. Oh my God, there are 3,475. How many people are watching this? Oh, here we have another one. How was your experience on Kinky Boots? Oh my gosh, I loved being in Kinky Boots. I especially loved being in Kinky Boots when Donald Trump became the president, because I feel like when I was walking around Times Square, I'd never seen it so like desolate. It felt like when Scar took over the Pride Lands. It was very scary. And I feel like people were like needing hope more than they ever had. People were in shock that this had happened. I was in shock. And to see the audiences come in, you could feel that the energy was different every single night from how it had been before he became the president. And for like a week and a half, 2 weeks solid, everybody was just very somber and sad. And by the end of the show, they had forgotten about some of the craziness that was going on in the world, and they were up and dancing and celebrating love. And that show just spews love from the moment it starts. Or from the moment the drag queens come in. It kind of spews bad fashion and bad hair choices before that point. But once that happens, it's just really, really incredible. And I loved being in it. It changed my life. Zero Dark said, would you ever make a song with Beyonce? Nah, it's, I don't know if really that would be a good collaboration for me. Like, I don't know if she'd be able to keep up with the vocals, with the dancing, with the costumes. I'm kidding, of course. If anybody says they wouldn't do a song with Beyonce, they're crazy. Your favorite record of yourself. The first song that comes to mind is Color. I love that song. I love everything it represents. It was my first true love. And sometimes you write a song and you hit it on the nose, and that song felt like when I fell in love with him. Todrick, I can't believe you're live. That's not a question, but thank you very much. Randy, Lusa, you guys are smart. Do you sing in the shower? Fun fact, not only do I sing in the shower, but I write all my songs in the shower. That's like the place where the magic happens. So I'm so sorry to the LA Water Department. I might be a part of contributing to the drought, and I'm going to do better. I'm going to find a better way to write music. But a lot of the songs that I've written for at least Straight Out of Oz and Forbidden, and some songs in House Party, were definitely in the shower, which is ironic that I didn't write Rain on Me first. But anyway, Todrick, I love your music, dance, and talent, period. Thank you, period. I appreciate that. I feel like as an artist, like sometimes we need to hear that because we're always so down on ourselves, and it's easy to compare yourself to other people who have different gifts and different voices and who have time to go to the gym every single week. It is easy to compare yourself to them. Thank you so much. Love your music. You're amazing. Thank you. Todrick, I love you. Thank you. Is there any musical you're planning on going before COVID? I can't go see any musicals because Broadway is closed down right now, and I feel like it's going to go to the end of the year. Thank you for coming to Blue Pride Celebration. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you to everybody who's donating. Make sure you look into the gifts. Please give the gifts. Where are the gifts? Right? Are they right here?
Yeah.
I think the gifts might be this trophy, but if you can give gifts, they're going to LA Pride Pantry, and it will just be so appreciated. So thank you so much. Hi, Mikey. Hi, Ryan. Oh, y'all are so cute. Someone said I cannot believe this. I know. I can't believe it either. Look at my nails, everyone. They're just very pride-tastic. Is this soothing to you guys? Yeah? You like that? Okay. Love your nails. Thank you. It's amazing to have you here. Thank you. Love your nails. Thank you very much. How much does the LGBTQ plus community in the U.S. owe to Black queens? So much when you think about the things that happened in 1969, right? 1969 at Stonewall, there were so many trans women, drag queens, and a lot of those people were people of color, and they got violent, but only after the police were violent with them first to like stand up for rights that we still benefit from today. So that it's I think we owe so much to them, especially during Pride Month. Who's my favorite drag queen? My first answer is always Monet Exchange. I don't know what it is about her that I love so much. Did I find it difficult to struggle at? Did I find it a struggle to stay at home? No, I feel like I've been low key self quarantining for a long time. And I'm used to just being at home, and I've tried to be as creative as I possibly can. We are your fans. Thank you, Zach. Any tips for people trying to pursue Broadway? Try to be the most well-rounded version of yourself. Be sweet to everybody on and off stage. Try to fine-tune your craft and just look at yourself as a brand and not necessarily so much as an artist. Try not to make emotional decisions, but whatever it is that is your strong point, keep grooming that, but try to make all of your things like if you're a great dancer, try to make acting and try to make singing just as strong as your dancing. Thank you for supporting LGBTQ plus Los Angeles food pantries. Thank you all for supporting the LA food pantries. I appreciate it so much, and I know that they do too, even though they don't know that this is happening right now. They will when you put food in their pantry. Hallelujah. Love Quarantine Queen album. Thank you so much. I had a lot of time on my hands. Thank you for all you make for this community. You save a lot of us. Thank you so much. What's your most favorite thing to do? See Broadway shows, watch Disney movies, Disney Plus, That's So Raven, Bring It On, Sister Act 2, The Wizard of Oz, Prison Break. I live in Los Angeles. Our community desperately needed this thing. I agree. I think that we need things that are just like pick-me-ups, just in general these days. I want to see you at Charlie's for Phoenix Pride. I loved it. Oh, I saw you at Charlie's for Phoenix Pride. That was so much fun, but very hot. I have no idea how people can survive in Phoenix with the weather being what it is. What's your favorite Disney character and Disney park ride? Favorite Disney character ever? That's really hard. I can't believe no one's like really asked me that question before. I feel like it has to have come up. I want to say Belle, or I love Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph. I love, what's her name? Edna Mode, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
From Incredibles. I love her. She's honestly iconic. I want to be her friend. Yeah, I love her. Hi. How are you, Jeffrey DeLuca? What is your biggest pet peeve? Woo! There's so many of them. People that can't. Today, the answer is people who don't speak quickly. Just people who are unaware. Someone who's like, oh, I didn't charge my phone. Oh, my car ran out of gas. I'm like, how'd your car run out of gas? You didn't know that your car was running on gas? How'd you run out of gas? Like, things like that. Just people who, like, are not paying attention. Who, like, lose their phone. Or they're like, oh, I lost my wallet. Mask, Glove, Soap, Scrubs is using a... What? A little bit. Hi, Todrick. Love you. Hi, B270. Hello, all the way from India. Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have some more questions from the people at Blued. What interests you in participating in Blued's Stay Proud event? I think that any company who is doing things that is including the LGBTQ plus community in such a massive way and is willing to like at least make the month of June about Pride, but also who are willing to sprinkle a little bit of that throughout the other 11 months of the year is a company that I would like to stand with. And I support love. And I think that even though like Pride is about like love just in general, like this is a form of love. Just falling in love is such an important thing. I'm such a hopeless romantic, so any app that like actually preaches love to the gay community, because a lot of times like it's like lust that is thrown our way, but when it's something that endorses gay love like in the true traditional sense of the word, I'm like super behind it. So what can you tell us about your performance for Blues Stay Proud Grand Stage event? Oh my gosh, so I did a concert in my room with two of my female dancers, and it was so much fun, and we did a couple of songs that we hadn't done, and I did a couple of little sit-down interviews where I talk about like my first Pride experience and what Pride means to me, and I sang Enough, and then I sang one of my favorite songs from Forbidden, which is Apple Pie. I love that song so much, and I think that until I listened to it the other day, I forgot how relevant that song is to this time. There's a lot of powerful songs you could sing right now, but the fact that I do for the first time as an African American man feel like change is coming made me feel like I should sing that song. So if you haven't heard Apple Pie yet, please go listen to it. Thank you everyone for all the donations. I see the donations coming in. Thank you. LA Pride Pantry is going to be so grateful. So please keep those coming in. Yes, I just upgraded to Rising Star. Wow. Wow, this is my lucky day. Wow, look at that watermelon. Hi, RC. How you doing? What does a watermelon mean? I wish I knew what this meant. If someone knows how to explain to me everything that's going on, because some of the things you're doing, I wish you could perform Lathy cover someday. I don't know what that is. Is there any advice you could give to all gay guys that are still... Did you paint? Yeah, I'm assuming you're meaning still in the closet. Having trouble. Okay, it's coming in. Having trouble. I'm assuming that you're saying having trouble coming out or embracing who they are, accepting who they are, or telling their loved ones who they are. And I just think some people will just say, come out, but there are some certain places and certain scenarios where people they don't feel safe, or they legitimately aren't safe to come out. And in those cases, I feel like you have to do what is best for you. But all I can say is that it is the most freeing thing ever when you come out and you can finally start living your life. And you might think that you are living your life to the fullest that you could possibly live it. But when you finally come out and when you're brave enough to tell the people who love you who you truly are, it just changes your entire like being. You feel free. There's like these invisible handcuffs that you don't know you're wearing, but you are possibly still wearing, that just immediately come off because you've let go of this secret that's been like holding you captive. So if you're someone out there who is struggling with your sexuality and have been teeter-tottering with the idea of telling your parents or loved ones or friends or family, I think that it's something that you should do. I would support doing it if you feel like it's safe to do. If you feel like your health won't be in danger, I think that you should do it because it changed my life for sure. I would not be confident enough to have been making videos like Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels had I not come out at an early age and taken over a decade, allegedly, because I'm very young, to figure out who I am and to be really comfortable with who I am. Hi, Ryan. Hello.
A watermelon is 100 beans. It's a gift of 100 beans.
Oh, wow. Thanks for the watermelon of 100 beans. Thank you so much. Who told you that? Oh, awesome.
Ryan.
Thank you for the watermelon. Hello from the Philippines. Hello. Okay, so I have some more questions. These are questions about career and personal things. The entertainment industry can be very challenging, and there is still a long way to go in terms of achieving representation for both Black personalities and the LGBTQ plus community. What changes in the industry would you like to see? What changes have you seen that have given you hope? That's a really good question. I think that the industry, the problem is, in my opinion, if I had to diagnose the industry, I would say that a lot of the people who need to understand why this is important for change to happen are not aware. It's almost like a privilege in and of itself. Like oftentimes you don't see very many Black people in the higher ups as executives or casting directors. I actually have gone to a lot of auditions, and I don't think there's ever been a time out of all the auditions I've ever gone to where I've seen even one Black person on the audition panel. And I think that's really important because I think that right now a lot of casting directors have been like, great, we have to have some diversity. So they'll put one Black person in and they'll be like, ooh, crush that, and almost feel like they deserve a pat on the back or a cookie or a gold star or all three because they did something adventurous or dangerous. And I just want to say to anybody out there who might be a casting director or who wants to be one, like, you putting one Black person, especially if that Black person is biracial and has light colored eyes and a thin nose and small lips and super curly blonde hair, is not a representation of what most African American people see when they look in the mirror, and that is not, in my opinion, good enough. The days of having one Black person in a Broadway ensemble of 30 or one Black person on your television show and no other ethnicities, no Asian, no Middle Eastern, no Hispanic, Latino representation is, I think those days are gone. So I think that's what the industry could be doing, is like realizing that and I mean, there's so many people, like when you see that scene in Mean Girls where she's like, we have a new foreign exchange student here from Africa, and they look at the Black girl, that is the token Black person that's in the show, and oftentimes that person does something that is very stereotypically like expected of that person to do. If you have an Asian person and they're working in a nail salon and she's the only one, I would say that it's like, like racial profiling, stereotyping, and also tokenizing. So that's what it is. And there have been things that have given me hope. I am happy when I see things like Love, Simon and Call Me By Your Name, and when I see Pose on television, and when I saw the gay representation on Glee, when I saw Moonlight, those things gave me hope. But a lot of those movies are like very small movies that get a lot of like accolades and awards, but they're presented in very like small venues, and you have to work really hard to find them because they're not at your like typical everyday in the middle of Times Square movie theater. They are like, in like a more artsy movie theater, and I would love to see more mainstream movies with stories about gay people, and also stories about gay people where the struggle and their conflict in the story is not them being gay. I think that we've seen that story a bunch of times, and if we're only going to get one movie per year, then Call Me By Your Name and Love, Simon and Moonlight, all of those movies can't all just keep continuing to be about someone being in the closet and afraid to tell their parents, because that story has just been told, in my personal humble opinion, a million times in a lot of great ways. But I would like to challenge the industry to do more. But I am happy, and that is one of the ways that I feel like there is positive change, and those things do give me hope because they simply did not exist when I was growing up. I think the only movie I remember as a kid or like teenager watching was Brokeback Mountain, and that was like the first time I ever saw someone that I felt like had a story that looked like me, even though it was two straight men playing the gay characters. But we sometimes have to, in that moment, be grateful for the baby steps and the inchworm like advancements that we're making. But I think that it's time to step our can I say step our
Game.
step our game up. Okay, are you working on any new music or a new album? Any hints you can share so as to what we can expect? Yeah, I'm actually currently in the studio right now having a blast recording new music for my albums. I could not be more excited to be here today. They're gonna have to pull me out of here by my fingers and toes to get me out of here, because I just have had such a great productive day in the studio today. So I can't wait for you all to hear that. It's really, really fun. And I am planning on doing new music. I'm not sure what the direction is going to be after this House Party 3 album, but I am really, really excited for this next venture. I just announced today that I was signed to CAA, which is one of my dream agencies. I've always known who they are. They are, like, in my mind, the Beyonce of agencies. When someone says CAA, it reminds me of that scene in The Lion King where they're like Mufasa and they're like, woo! Say it again. I just tremble when that's how I feel when someone says CAA. You're like, ooh, girl, what did that girl just say? You're like, oh my gosh, they're killing it. So I'm really excited about that. I just feel like it's the start of something new. It feels so right. I'm always making Disney references. But I'm really excited about that new chapter and venture, and like what my career looks like in the horizon. I see it, and it's beautiful and gay. So there's that. Do you feel like you take on a different persona when you perform? 1000%. I'm actually kind of shy in real life. Not like shy in the traditional sense, but if you were to ask me to stand at a microphone with no characters and no costumes and no light and no rehearsal and just sing a song, I'd have a breakdown. I'm not shy like if you just meet me as a person, but when it comes to singing, I've always just been very insecure about singing. And when I'm performing at my concert and I feel like I'm a character or like I'm in a safe place because all my fans are coming there rooting for me, it's like I take on this different persona, and I'm not scared at all. But there are certain things that can make even somebody who would normally be considered extroverted and not shy and the life of the party, like I can definitely like be very, very very, very, very shy when it comes to that. Do you have a favorite video you've made? Oh, I would say Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels. And the reason I would say that is because up until then, I remember being so scared to release that song, because up until then, the songs on my visual albums I did with RuPaul, and I was so excited that he jumped on those tracks with me because it's RuPaul. It's like iconic and legendary, and I felt like those songs were really popular. I definitely asked RuPaul to be on the best songs because I feel like they had the best potential to be popular. Thanks for the donations, by the way. I see them still coming in for LA Pride Pantry. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sending those in. Keep them coming. But I think that I was so scared to put out Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels, and when I did it, I was like, this is going to be the first big song that I've put out. Like, it's not by myself because I was like being backed up by like 75 or 80 of like some really fierce badass like dancers that were just like so fabulous. But it was the first time I was like, I'm gonna spend a lot of time and a lot of effort and energy and a lot of money making this video, and I don't know, I don't have another name to stand on. So if it's not successful and if it fails, then I will have failed on my own. And when I was watching the video and the playback, which I posted it on my Instagram, you can go check it out. I remember just being like, there's no way this is not going to be successful. When I walked into the room and saw all of the groups, because we had like separated them by like yellows and pinks, and they started putting on their costumes. And I remember walking in and seeing the pink and the yellow, only those two colors, the boys, there was like 12 of each or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is just like super iconic and recognizable, and people are going to dress up as this for Halloween. I just knew that it was going to be like a thing, and it just made me so excited. Just the visual of it alone, and then everybody just was killing their choreography, and I think for that reason, that was one of my favorites. Okay, we only have a few more minutes left on this live stream, so I'm going to answer some questions from some of my like most loyal Instagram followers. By the way, thank you so much. Anytime I'm going through dark times, you all are the reason why I push through. So, from Charm 2, they said, who should be vice president? Easy, Michelle Obama. I know that's not a realistic thing, but I was watching Becoming on Netflix the other day, and I was just like, I feel like I know that Michelle Obama doesn't want to be the president, and neither do Oprah, but between the two of them, one of them is going to have to make the sacrifice to save the country, to put a Band-Aid and like heal the world in like a positive way. I just think that Michelle Obama is such an amazing human being, and I just feel like there's a way that she's going to come in the final inning, sports reference, and just like save the country. I don't know, that's just for me. I just holding out hope. I don't even think it's possible at this point. Oh my gosh, hi Gareth, that's my first ex-boyfriend's name, so when I see somebody named Gareth, like my heart drops a little bit. But how are you? You're adorable, and I love Scotland. I spent a lot of time there. Thank you so much. I love Scotland back. Okay, Toddy for Life said, what is your favorite color? Turquoise is my favorite color. Love it. Renata said, can you take a moment to honor Black community that began Pride? I absolutely can take another moment. We already talked about it earlier, but thank you so much to, if you are out there watching and you are a proud member of the LGBTQ plus community and you're also African American, we have it so hard in this country, and I appreciate the contributions that we made to pop culture, to entertainment, and also to the safety of all of these Black trans women who have been so misunderstood. Thank you even to the people like the Ryan Murphys who have given artists like the platform to put shows like Pose on television, because they're so informative and so necessary in this time. The last question is from Eden is Fabulous, and she said, or they said, what is your favorite song that you've written? I answered that question earlier. I think that my favorite song that I've written is probably Color. I love that song so much. I think it's so beautiful, and if I had to choose a backup, I would say maybe Type or Play from Forbidden, or yeah, I think those would be like 3 of my top favorite songs. But that's until my album comes out next year. Anyway, I love you all so much. Please continue to donate to LA Pride Pantry. I appreciate it so much. Happy Pride, everyone. I hope you're safe wherever you are. Find some group of friends and hold them close. Tell them that you love them, because life is so short and so fragile, and we need to spread more love on the internet. Thanks for all the emojis, the unicorns, the hearts, the pride flags.
And tune in Sunday to see the live show.
Oh, also, and make sure you tune in Sunday to see my live show that I recorded specifically for the BluedApp. Much love, everybody. Happy Pride. Bye.
That's up top.